Krispy Kreme. Guys, where's the filling?
Have you ever gone to Krispy Kreme? Was it crispy?
No.
Yeah, right.
Hey, hi, hello, how are you? Do you know what time it is? It's time for another Teddy Talks ASMR video. Whoa, 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 whoa. My name is Teddy and I'm talking in a sort of ASMR style. In tonight's video, you're probably wondering, why am I rushing and why am I so excited? Instead of telling you, I will just show you. Krispy Kreme now. We will come back to this box of donuts, but I do not trust myself to hold it and talk at the same time, so I'll give you a peek on what's inside. I'll talk a little bit and then I'll bring it back to make some sounds with it. Let's take a look at what's in here. Take a look at those beauties. Beautiful. Oh. I have to remind myself with this microphone, it sounds really loud, but it's actually not too bad. Everything is exaggerated. Glorious, glorious donuts. Okay, so why is it a big deal that I have a box of Krispy Kreme donuts? If you're not from Minnesota, maybe you're out of the loop, or you're just not sure because other states have Krispy Kreme. When I was in Seattle a couple years ago, I went to Krispy Kreme and I felt like my inner child was healed. More on that later, but I was able to get donuts. It was a normal thing. It was not crazy or busy. I was the only one in the store, and that's important for what I'm about to talk about. But if you're unaware, Minnesota, the last time we had Krispy Kreme, we had one location at a certain point. It went out of business in 2008. 2008. There were murmurs decades later, almost, 2 decades later, right? That there would be a Krispy Kreme coming back to Minnesota. The thing, though, is, where was it going to be? Was it actually being built? It was kind of a rumor, and just this past week, Krispy Kreme opened in Minnesota for the first time since 2008, and I have talked about living in Minnesota. I love Minnesota. I plan on making a video eventually about the things I love about it. I could do a pros and cons video on it, but I can't con Minnesota. There's no cons of living here, right? But this past week, the Krispy Kreme in Minnesota, the first one since 2008, popped up. It opened for the first time, and I don't live too far away from it. The location of it, I'm not going to go into specifics in detail, because if you're not from around here, why would you care unless you travel all the way to Minnesota just to go to Krispy Kreme? But at that point, there's probably another one closer to you. Anyway, so the Krispy Kreme opens up, let's see, last week, and if you want to look up the actual day or whatever, this will not be posted for a little bit, so whatever. I don't know why it would matter that much, but I did not get my hands on any donuts right away because I knew it would be insane. There's a couple things I want to talk about in this video, so I'll just kind of end the current event of it all, and then I will talk about growing up and what Krispy Kreme was to me and kind of people's reactions around it right now, just in the area. So on opening day, I knew better than to go because the location, if you're unaware, it is bad there's a couple businesses back in this corner. It's basically in a parking lot, and it's known for just bad driving, tight corners, a lot of accidents. So this Krispy Kreme being opened there does not help that area at all. And what ended up happening was police came in to direct traffic, and they ended up having Krispy Kreme employees stand outside. That person's on the way to Krispy Kreme. They're speeding to Krispy Kreme. They had employees stand outside to direct traffic, and I went over there after work, drove my way over there, and I could not even get in. Like, I don't know how traffic was even being directed. I would quit if I had to do that job. I cannot imagine, don't even know how you direct traffic that bad. There were maybe 2 drive-throughs and you could walk in. So I drove by it. I'm not going in that day, right? I drove by it the next day. The universe does not want me to make this video. There are so many things that are happening right now. Oh. Whatever. Now it's a plane. Everybody wants that Krispy Kreme, I tell you. Oh my gosh, they're flying in for it. So, this past week, the Krispy Kreme, the first one since 2008, opened up in Minnesota. And I'm not going to go into details about like the date and the location and all this stuff, because you could probably just look it up if you really wanted to go there. And if you're not from around here, you probably wouldn't care. So, the fact of the matter is, I don't live too far away, and I did not get my hands on any donuts right away. Eventually, Friday comes around, I drive over there before work, and it wasn't too crazy, but I got out of my car, had a nice little walk because I parked really far away, and I walked in. Up to the door, I just wanted to see it. Like, this used to be an old CVS or Walgreens, so it looks a little out of place as this giant Krispy Kreme. It kind of makes me feel like something else is happening in the back, and the Krispy Kreme is just there to launder whatever's happening, because it is comically big. Like the Krispy Kremes I've seen and the one that I went to as a kid were not that big. So I look inside, I check it out. I just wanted to see in the future, when it's not so big, where do I even go? Because it's not obvious when you walk up to it where to go. The drive-through is a little more obvious, but with all the cars, you can't even tell where the line's at, which is crazy. So Friday morning, I walk back. I'm like, you know what? I came out here just to check it out. And they had even more patrol people out because there was a verbal altercation the day before. You may or may not have seen that on social media. I know I did, but yeah, so go back to my car. Right. I go to work, and luckily somebody I know was able to get me some donuts for this video. They had the day off work, and I super duper appreciate them getting me these donuts. And even before that, somebody that I work with, they were there opening day, and they gave me a glazed donut. It was so sweet. It was very like hush hush, like don't let everybody know, but this person has the donuts. And I said, hey, I heard you have something, and they said yeah. And I got to select my donut, and you know I went for the glazed. I didn't tell you that, but the glazed donut from Krispy Kreme is my absolute favorite. And with that, I think that's all I want to say about the opening and everything. It's going to be crazy busy for a little while. Every single day so far has been insane. But with that out of the way, I wanted to talk about why I'm excited for Krispy Kreme to be in Minnesota again. Alright, so if you don't know, I was alive in 2008, and I was also alive before that. I was born in 1996, so I will be 30 next year, and I do keep mentioning that, and I apologize. I probably won't shut up about it until it actually happens, and it's like, whatever. And I'll make a video about it, and I'll get that out of my system. is there was the location that closed in 2008. Have you ever been there? Were you there in 2008? Were you even alive in 2008? That's what I want to know. So, after church on Sundays, sometimes we would go to Krispy Kreme. And the really cool thing about Krispy Kreme that I appreciate is, I mean, at this location, I don't know about the new one, but the glazed donuts, they would have a waterfall of glaze. Right? Whoa. A waterfall of glaze, and you could stand there, watch the donuts be made, watch the donuts get packaged up, and you could eat them while they were warm. To me, Krispy Kreme, it's not doing it justice if you eat it cold. I will warm up the donuts later on. I'm going to eat some and just talk about how they taste, if I like them, because the only kind of donut I've had from Krispy Kreme a majority of the time is glazed. I may have had one Boston cream filled one and one chocolate frosted sprinkle, whatever the heck, I don't know, flavor kind, whatever, but those are the only two that I had. So I'm very, very excited, because if you look at the menu for the one that just opened, they are really going all out with the flavors and stuff. And I am maybe a little bit naive, because I didn't even know they really had that many flavors until I looked at the menu. Also, shout out to Truly Tierra ASMR, I think. She is a creator that I've watched for quite a while, and I enjoy her content and what she puts out, her ASMR videos, and she just did one on Krispy Kreme and their new flavors, so that got me excited. And yeah, today is the day that I'm really kind of chowing down on these different flavors, so we kind of get to try them together, unless you go to Krispy Kreme regularly, but not me. Just to wrap up, what I was talking about and go back to the point. I have good memories of Krispy Kreme, just going with family after church on Sunday, delicious donuts. So that's what I was basing, or am basing, my experience with Krispy Kreme off of. When I was in Seattle, they were great too. So in my mind, everybody loves Krispy Kreme. Here's where we transition to the locals, the local gossip, the local opinion, I guess I would say. So I was kind of surprised, because just talking to people out and about where I live and at work and stuff, and among family and friends, it's quite divided here in Minnesota about the Krispy Kreme. On the good side, I think you just have people that are like me, that are like, yay, Krispy Kreme, it's a little different, like, they are sweet, but just have good memories and kind of prefer the taste of Krispy Kreme, and yay, it's something that we didn't have before and we haven't had for many, many years. Then you have the people on the other side that are not enjoying it, mainly because of the traffic. I'm in our local, like, area group or whatever, and people are constantly posting, asking if they can go to the Krispy Kreme. There's like an overpass, and people are looking down like, yeah, you can probably get in right now, or no, you can't. I think every single post, because it would be a lie to say that, oh yeah, you can get in. I don't know why I said that. You can't get in. That's the point every single day. The point is that you can't get in. It is insane right now. And every post, again, nobody has posted that it's been clear. I don't know why I said that. But people have posted every single time that it's crazy busy, and like local people that are just trying to get to the other stores are pissed off and just upset with the traffic. And it's not the greatest location, to park and get out and to get it in and out of. So I totally get that. So there's people that just hate it for the traffic and how busy it is. Because before it wasn't too crazy, even though the accidents were still bad over that way. But then you have these like extra, truly special haters. I was not expecting like these people to come out of the woodworks, and there has been a couple. these people said this, and then no one said it. It's just their opinion, right? That's kind of annoying. I don't do that. So people have said to me when I said I'm excited, like, this is a thing that I went to in my childhood, you know, blah blah blah, whatever. And they're like, you're really, like, people are really standing out there for these sugar covered, like, donuts. Like, I can't believe you can just go anywhere and get donuts, right? People are really dissing on the flavor and the fact that people are waiting in line. Now, I kind of agree. If you're waiting all day, I kind of wonder, like, what's going on, or if you took the day off of work. I thought about that, but I thought it would be really embarrassing if I ended up on TV and somebody from work saw me waiting for these donuts. It's fine though. I have the donuts in my possession, and we're making a video. But yeah, I respect if you don't like Krispy Kreme. This is not the video for you. If you don't like mouth chewing, eating sounds, I get that, because I bet that this will get a little messy. And also, my hair today is just doing whatever it wants. I am starving. I went to the gym before this. I am getting back into the gym, as I've mentioned, but I did a lot today, and I went rollerblading too, so I'm starving. I'm super hungry, and my hair, it's just doing whatever it wants to do. So I don't know. It's gonna look different in every single shot, and I apologize for that, but also at the same time I don't. Alright, I promised that I would quickly tap on the box, and then I would go warm up some of the donuts. Some hollow kind of sounds in there. We got the Blue Yeti on binaural today. I finally learned after months that the microphone's not the issue or the cord, it's my dongle for my Mac. The one thing I will say is people need to pick up their trash, because when I went over there a couple times, there's just boxes of Krispy Kreme all over the parking lot, which is really sad. They're like tumbleweeds over there. Alright, I'm ready to eat donuts, so I'm going to go put this away. What is your favorite kind of donut? Comment it down below, low. I just got back from the microwave. I warmed up 3 donuts. I cut them in half. I poured a glass of milk, and I'm really ready to eat. I'm almost so lightheaded and hungry and starving that I feel like I'm gonna pass out. So there's that. If you don't want to watch me eat these donuts, I'm not sure why you're watching the video, because obviously I was gonna eat Krispy Kreme in the Krispy Kreme video. Here are the donuts. So we have, let's see, glazed, strawberry sprinkle, and I think an Oreo crumble. I'm gonna start with the strawberry. Oh, whoa. These were in the fridge, and then I warmed them up. so hungry, I cannot stress that enough. I feel like extra disgusting. And you know I'm trying to work on my breathing, so that was extra disgusting. I'm trying to work on my breathing, and also this is especially hard for me because I do enjoy like gum chewing and rambles and like when people chew with gum and like talk and stuff, but I don't necessarily watch like mukbang, like ASMR eating videos, and for me to be like chowing down on these donuts while having the headphones in, it's like a little bit of a sensory overload, to be honest. But if you enjoy this, good for you. I'm pretty sure that this is the, oh my gosh, wait. Alright, so you can see I warmed this up. Guys, where's the filling? I think all the filling came out of it. Gonna set that down. Get a drink of my water before I continue. Not my water, my milk. I do have water, but we need milk. Try not to like clang that. Now normally when I'm done eating donuts, and I will admit sometimes it does look like that, one donut after the other after the other, I go wash my hands. This is a little awkward because I'm still filming, but I wanted to say, if you made it this far, I'm going to tell you a secret. You. Let me use my non-crusty hand. You. I'm filming this before the intro of the video. If you can believe it, that was not the last of the donuts. I was so hungry after the gym. I did so much today, and then after my workout, I went to the park and I rollerbladed. So I came home and, well, I immediately like set up for filming and warmed those up, and I just demolished those, and I feel a lot better. But I could not film the intro because I knew that I would be delirious. So this is the start of the video technically. But I wanted to say those were really good. So before this I planned, well, what you'll see before this, I'm gonna film in a second. What I will say is, growing up, I only ever had the glazed donuts. I never had any of the other flavors. Might have had a Boston cream filled donut, and I might have had a chocolate frosted one, but those were far and few between. The glazed ones were definitely the winner in my book. So just to end the video with the donuts before I go wash my hands and really wrap up the video, the strawberry donut, immaculate. I love how it's not too artificial, but just a hint of strawberry, and those sprinkles were great. Even the Boston cream, like Oreo filled donut, even the Boston cream Oreo donut was great, even if there wasn't a lot of filling, but that's on me. And the glazed were incredible. Just got back from washing my hands and they're all clean. So do you know what time it is? It's time for me to head out. Thank you so much for joining me in tonight's video. Do you think Krispy Kreme is worth it? Is it too hyped up? Would you defend it? Is it overrated? What do you think? Leave a comment down below. If you have a favorite flavor of donut, just in general.